What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm on Toxic Gaming today, people. Today we're going to go over another episode of Speed Duel Rated, which is making its triumphant return to the channel. Yeah, we're going to be climbing the DB ladder, or at least trying to, in this current format of Speed Duels. And yeah, without further ado, we're just going to jump into this. But if you're excited for the return of this, make sure you leave a like on this video. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more Speed Duel content. And of course, if you have any questions at all, leave a comment in the comment section down below. But let's begin. Alright, so, like I said, we are playing against the My Precious Queen deck, and we are playing Mastered of Wizardry, which is one of my favorite skills from the entire box. So we are going to go ahead and go into the main phase 1, and they are going to activate the My Precious Queen at the start of the duel. We're going to set our spell and trap cards face down, being Shrink and Dark Renewal. Going into the Blast Magician, which is a perfect out for the My Precious Queen deck, and then passing the turn off to the opponent, who is going to generate a token. They're going to then Ladybug, and they're going to go ahead and gain 500 life points. Going to the main phase 1, they're going to summon the Cyber Valley. Utilizing the Cyber Valley here, they're actually going to banish it with the token, and then they are going to draw 2 cards. Drawing into the Token Sunday and the Windstorm, setting both Windstorms face down, and then passing the turn to generate a token for free. We're going into our turn and drawing into the Magical Marionette. We're going to go ahead and summon the Maiden, and then we are going to utilize the effect of our skill to give them both a counter. Ultimate Wizardry is crazy like that. Go ahead and use the Blast Magician here to remove the counter, and then we're going to give another counter on to the Macabre. We're going to switch Blast Magician to defense mode and then attack directly to our opponent for a total of 2100. And the reason he went to defense is to get around Wall and also get around Windstorm, which are both like crazy this format. The opponent is then going to go ahead and summon their token, drawing into the Cyber Valley, and then using Golden Ladybug once again to gain 500 life points. Going to the main phase 1, they are going to now Lava Golem and blow up our whole field, and then they're going to give us the Golem, generating another token, and then passing the turn off to us. We're going to draw for turn, drawing into the Shrink. We're going to lose 1,000, tribute the Lava Golem, summon the Marionette, and then we are going to go ahead and utilize the effect, giving a Marionette an additional counter and 200 attack points. Going to battle phase, Marionette is now going to attack the token, pass the turn, and we will pass the turn off to the opponent, which then they will now generate another token. Drawing for turn, they draw into Waboku. Standby phase are going to get the Golden Ladybug. Going to main 1, they're going to end phase and generate the third token onto the field. Drawing for turn, we draw into Breaker the Magical Warrior. Go standby main, use Wizardry, and then we're going to remove 2 of our counters here. That way we can destroy 1 of the tokens on the field. We're going to summon Breaker the Magical Warrior, utilize the effect of Breaker, and in doing so, we're going to attempt to pop the Windstorm, switching both our monsters to defense mode, but then we are going to switch Magical Marionette to attack. We're going to go battle phase, and we're going to hit the opponent's token. Going to end phase here, they will now generate the token we just destroyed. Drawing for turn, they draw into the creature swap, using the Golden Ladybug here to gain 500 life points. They're now going to sink for turn, using the Token Sunday to blow up multiple cards on the field. They're going to get rid of both of our monsters in the process of doing this. They're going to summon the Amazon Swordswoman. It is for 1500 direct damage, and then they are going to pass the turn off to us. We're going to go ahead and draw for turn, drawing into the Allure of Darkness. We have to go for it here, so we're going to go ahead and draw 2, and then we draw into the Breaker the Magical Warrior and a Spell Power Grasp. With no monster in the hand, this hand is not the best, so we're going to go ahead and banish the Skilled Dark Magician, or Breaker the Magical Warrior, set the Shrink, and then pass the turn back to the opponent, which they will now generate a token for free. Going for the opponent's turn, they draw into the Lava Golem, gain another 500 life points, go to main phase 1, summon the Cyber Valley, and they are going to now draw 2 cards. So utilizing Cyber Valley's effect, removing the token, draw 2. Getting Sphere Creepo and Draining Shield. Going for battle phase here, they're going to attack us directly for game, but we do have the Shrink there to contest that, putting us to 750. End phase, they're now going to generate a token for free. We're going to draw for turn, drawing into the Maiden. We're going to summon the Maiden, utilize the effect, and then put it to an extra attack. We have to climb the Amazon Swordswoman here, and we are going to be met with a Windstorm with 0 defense. The Swordswoman actually has a good chance of destroying us here. We're going to Dark Renewal on the summon of the token. This is now going to summon Breaker the Magical Warrior. And then we're also going to accidentally misclick the card out of the deck. They are going to say, not sure if token can be summoned or sent to graveyard. So essentially they're rule sharking us, but I understand. It's kind of a complex ruling. Tokens cannot exist in any state except face up on the field. They cannot be flipped face down or sent to the graveyard, banished deck, etc. to fulfill cost. If they are sent somewhere besides the field as an effect, they disappear. Dark Renewal is not sending them as a cost. Anyway, we're going to continue the game here, and then we are going to go ahead and go to the main 1 or standby phase, gain 500 life points, go main 1, switch the token to attack mode, and creature swap the Breaker. Going into game 2 here, We opt to make our opponent go first because we are trying to be a going second deck, and we actually draw into Blast Magicians, which is like incredible for this deck. They're going to end phase and just generate. We're going to go for our turn, drawing for turn into the Mind Crush, going ahead and summon the Blast Magician, utilizing the effect, giving Blast Magician a token, utilizing the effect again, giving Blast Magician another token, counter by the way, and then we are going to utilize the effect to remove one to get rid of the counter. Going to battle phase here, we're actually going to be able to poke in for a good 1400 damage and pass the turn, pass back to the opponent, who then generates a token for free at the end phase. They go to main 1, they go ahead and summon the Cyber Valley and utilize the effect of the Cyber Valley to send it and the token to the graveyard, or banish it and remove the token to draw 2 cards. Drawing into the Windstorm and the Lava Golem here. They're going to go ahead and they're going to set the Wild Tornado face down, and along with the Windstorm. They're going to then on the end phase generate a token. We'll draw for turn, drawing into the Blast Magician. Go ahead and use the effect of the Wizardry. We are going to put another counter on the Blast Magician, utilizing its effect to get rid of the token, and then battle phasing for another 1400 to the opponent, which the opponent is going to accept and take. Going to the end phase here, they're going to draw into Creature Swap, or end phase here, they're going to generate the token, and then for the turn, draw into Creature Swap. Go to main 1, they're going to summon the Cyber Valley. Utilizing the effect of the Cyber Valley, they're going to banish both, and then they are going to draw a Sphere Karibo and a Wabaku. Setting the Wabaku face down, they will generate a token and then pass the turn off to the opponent, and we will draw into the Lava Golem ourselves. We're going to go into main 1, generate another counter onto our monster. Blast Magician will utilize its effect once again to remove another counter. We are then going to go ahead and go through the battle phase and try swinging in for game, but we are met with the Windstorm. Hitting the end phase here, the opponent then generates another token. They're going to draw into into their Golden Ladybug, gain 500, and then we are going to Mind Crush, calling Ladybug, and then they will be ripped from the hand. Main 1, they are going to activate Creature Swap, giving us the token for our Blast Magician, and then they will utilize the Blast Magician's effect to pop the token. They will end phase and gain their token back for absolutely free. We're going to go ahead and draw for turn, drawing to Spellpower Grasp. We're going to sync for our turn, and then we are going to summon the Blast Magician here, use the Spellpower Grasp to generate a counter onto it, get it another counter due to Blast Magician's effect, and then we're going to search our deck for another Spellpower Grasp after banishing the top card of our deck face down. We're going to go ahead and add to our hand Spellpower Grasp. Utilizing the effect of Blast Magician here, we are going to remove 2 counters from it. In doing so, we are going to get rid of the opponent's stolen Blast Magician. Use the effect of Ultimate Wizardry, generating another counter onto our Blast Magician, to use his non-once per turn effect to remove the token on the field. Go ahead and send 1 card face down, going to the battle phase and hitting the opponent for 14, but they do have the Sphere for Karibo to contest us again. Hitting the end phase, they will generate another token, drawing to a Draining Shield, and then setting the Draining Shield face down while generating another token. We'll draw for turn, drawing into the Mind Crush. We're going to go ahead and use the effect here to remove one of the tokens on the field. We're going to use Spellpower Grasp here, putting another one onto him. We should have put 2, but I guess it doesn't matter too much, and getting rid of it again. Setting 1 card face down, switching the Blast Magician to attack mode, summoning the Blast Magician, and then going for battle phase to hit the opponent for 1400 damage, but is going to be met with a Waboku. Hitting the end phase here, they're going to go and generate the token. Going into standby, we do have a effect here being Mind Crush, and we are going to call Lava Golem. This is going to rip both of the Lava Golems from the opponent's hand, which is incredible for us, and then they are going to play the Creature Seizure to give us the token. The Blast Magician is now given to the opponent in this situation, and the end phase is made. Also, these should be gaining counters every time you use the spells, but I guess not. I guess I'm dumb. Going and drawing for turn, going for the Maiden, and then we are going to utilize the effect, putting another counter onto the Blast Magician, and then we are going to attempt to summon the Lava Golem because I can't read. You can't tribute the tokens, and he tributes. So yeah, you can only tribute the tokens for a tribute summon of an insect monster. Go ahead and use the Allure here. We're going to generate a counter onto Blast Magician, drawing 2, banishing the Maiden, and then we're going to use Blast Magician here to get rid of the opponent's stolen Blast Magician. Going into the, we'll set a Dark Renewal face down, set a Shrink face down, going into the battle phase, and we will be getting rid of the token once again. They're going to Draining Shield us here though, and they're going to gain 1400 life points, and they are going to generate the token. Going to the Windstorm, they will now set the Windstorm face down and pass the turn off to us, getting 3 full tokens onto the field. We'll draw onto it the Dark Renewal, use the effect of our skill, putting onto another counter, use the effect of Shrink to get down another monster, putting another counter, removing 2 counters to remove 2 tokens, and then we are going to go and battle phase into the token. They let it go through end phase and then generate the token we just killed. They're going to draw for turn, drawing into Token Sunday, going to end phase to generate 2 tokens. We'll draw for turn, drawing into Waking the Dragon. We're going to go ahead and utilize the effect of Ultimate Wizardry here. We're going to generate another token on the Blast Magician, use Blast Magician's effect to pop the token, and then set the Waking face down. Battle phase into the other token, and they are going to let it die. Going to end phase, they will now generate another token to the field and draw for turn into Creature Swap. End phase, they will generate their second token, and then pass turn back to us. We'll draw into Breaker the Magical Warrior, summon the Breaker, use the effect the Breaker, and then we will pop the middle card here. The middle card, however, is going to be the Wild Tornado, which has a graveyard effect when it's destroyed by card effect. So they are going to go ahead and utilize that effect, and they are going to destroy our Blast Magician. So we will use Wizardry to give another counter onto Breaker, utilizing the effect of Breaker to pop the other card that is face down, but it's a Windstorm, so our monster will switch to defense mode. We didn't change the battle position to token because we would just change it back to defense mode. Hitting the end phase, the opponent now has 3 tokens on the field. They go ahead and use Token Sunday, that way they can blow up 3 cards on the field. I go Think, and then they go destroy these 3, and I'm like, okay, whatever. We'll have to go through. So this will die, Dark Renewal will die, and Waking the Dragon will die. And so Waking the Dragon's effect will activate, and this will summon out the Cyber End Dragon. In the end, we should have most definitely summoned the Ojama King here. I don't think the opponent could have really done anything after that. Drawing for turn, we draw into the Magical Marionette, set 1 card face down, and then we will go and attempt to attack our opponent for game with the piercing damage, but we get Woboku. End phase to the opponent, who now generate a second token. They draw into the Sphere Karibo, and then pass the turn off, giving another token to the field. We'll go ahead and battle phase again, putting the Cyber End Dragon into another token, but we were met by a Sphere Karibo, switching it to defense mode. Again, they are going to summon, or drawing for turn, drawing into the Amazon Swordswoman. We're going to draw for turn, drawing into the Breaker of the Magical Warrior. We're going to go standby main 1, switch to the Cyber End Dragon to attack mode, and battle into another token. They're going to go ahead and Sphere Karibo once again. Drawing for turn, they draw into the Jar of Avarice, switch to the token to attack mode, utilize the effect of Creature Swap, we will chain Offerings to the Doom, targeting my own Cyber End Dragon, and then we will give control of our token to the opponent. The opponent will then set 1 Jar of Avarice face down, and then pass the turn off to us. We draw for turn, summon the Breaker of the Magical Warrior, or we don't draw for turn because of Offerings, and then we will utilize its effect to destroy Jar of Avarice. Jar of Avarice is activated. They're going to go ahead and shuffle all these cards back into the deck, and then they will draw 1. The card drawn is going to be a Sphere Karibo, and then they are going to pass turn off to us, or we'll pass turn off to them. They'll draw into the Woboku, we'll go into end phase, and then we'll draw for turn, drawing into a Shrink, using the Wizardry effect to get rid of the face down, being a Woboku. And at this point, we just lose the game with 4,000 life points because our opponent has decked us out. What a fun format. I'm pretty much saying that every time we are done. Actually, I did want to mention this a little bit. GG, and then he frowny faces it. It's nothing against this dude. I need to let everybody know that I just do not like my Precious Queen. I think this format is just not that fun. This guy played great. I think we had a really fun back and forth duel, all things considered. So I did have a lot of fun. I felt like this would be a great video for the channel. If you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure you leave a like on this video. Make sure you subscribe to see more. And of course, above all else, I want you to have a great day. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.